Okay, Super Freak Media, what do you have up your sleeves this time, and am I going to be freaked out? Because they always get me with their jump scares. Whistle. Oh boy.
Welcome, listeners, to the Redacted Podcast.
Wow.
The podcast that explores some of the world's most intriguing mysteries and unexplained events.
Oh boy.
This episode, we're doing something kind of special and taking a deep dive into the realm of urban legends from around the world.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
It's a well-known fact that hundreds of thousands of people go missing each year under unexplained circumstances. To kick things off, we have a figure of folklore that feeds into this phenomenon, originating from Europe. Although most cases come from England, France and Poland, there have been documented sightings as far as India, Russia and the Appalachian Blue-Ridged forests in the eastern United States.
Oh, not far from where I am.
Tell me, listeners, have you ever heard the legend of the whistle? Now, it's unclear when tales of this figure exactly began to circulate, but in my research I found this entity to be a campfire story that dates back as early as the 1700s.
Wow.
Most likely created to warn the wary and inexperienced traveller of straying too far from the beaten track. The whistle is a figure said to haunt the forests of the world, waiting in the trees for its next victim.
I love how he's listening to it, and then I'm listening to it too.
If you find yourself alone in the woods, then you let out a single, sharp whistle. It hears you. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Once it hears you, it starts to stalk you, letting you know it's there by whistling back. A perfect echo of your own call. The sound begins to get closer in a twisted game of cat and mouse. The whistle will follow you until you're out of the forest and clear of the trees. You get yourself back to civilization. You're safe. But if it finds you before then, there's no telling what could happen.
Oh, I thought that was something behind him.
What the hell?
Don't you dare. He gonna be stupid enough to do that.
So, personally, I'm a bit of a skeptic on this one.
Ooh,
It's probably nothing more than a trick of the mind when you're isolated in the wilderness,
that's true.
accompanied by an overactive imagination. Most people who have heard the legend of the whistle experience nothing, perhaps only the natural paranoia you might feel when you're walking in the woods alone.
What?
There are, however, those that swear they have encountered this entity. What I do find disturbing is that, from these accounts that you're about to hear, there are remarkable consistencies in the details of their stories.
It looks human, but it isn't.
Oh, man.
It's pale,
It's pale grey flesh.
It's so pale.
Almost white.
It has no color.
It's gaunt, like skeletal, and it's tall.
It's thin.
It's skinny. It blends into the trees. That's why I didn't notice it at first. It just stands there and watches.
I could feel it watching me.
Is it actually watching him, but he doesn't know it?
It waits for you to look away and then it moves closer.
Oh boy.
You never see it move.
Its eyes are sunken.
Hollow somehow.
Foreshadowing.
It has the blackest eyes.
The devil's eyes.
Eyes are big.
Sunken.
Like it's close to being human, but not quite.
It's pretending. Like it's wearing a face.
Like it's wearing a costume. You hear it first.
The whistling. I remember now.
You know it's close because of the whistle. The whistling became louder.
I could hear myself.
It was my whistle.
Calling back to me. Getting closer.
I was terrified.
I've never experienced anything like it.
I ran, but it followed me.
It's fast.
So fast. It's unnatural.
It was like it was toying with me.
I still see it. When I close my eyes.
I'll never get the image of that thing out of my head.
He had to stop. Oh man, I swear some of these, I'm thinking I'm gonna see it. He's freaking himself out. Does he take a picture, see it, and then it's on his camera? But only the camera can see it? Oh. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's, I thought that was the, oh. Hey, Canon EOS 600D. It's a good camera. Oh, no. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, why am I preparing myself? Because I know what's going to happen. Oh, oh, he's right behind you. Turn around. It's getting dark. Go. Run. Leave. Yeah. You know it was that long. Oh, no. Is it like face? I don't, is it, whoa. We're running. We're running. Does he trip? Please don't trip. And it happened. Yep, was just waiting for it.
Oh, shit!
It happens. Oh. Oh, man. That's messed up. What are you, Mr. Whistle person? I swear if it comes from above. Did you take your stuff with you? Oh, it's so faint. You can hear it with headphones on. Oh my god. Oh boy. Didn't expect him to scream. Oh. Whew. Ooh. Written and directed by Liam Banks. So that was the short horror film Whistle from Super Freak Media, another annual Halloween release. I love when they do Halloween releases. I really want to know how long it takes them to direct these short horror films. Does it really take a year, or do they just have kind of certain short horror films in their archive and just release it on Halloween? This was really good. I did like how the character was listening to the podcast, and then you're listening to it as well as he is, and you're like, what the hell is going on? Was that podcast real, or is it just made for this short horror film? Because if that's real, redacted podcast, I want to know, because I would love to listen to it, because that sounds like an amazing concept. We all love podcasts. We all, go into our own mind, scare ourselves, especially out in the woods, even if it's daylight. Nighttime, not so much, but we always, our mind plays tricks on us, and we always try things, and who knows if the whistle is real, or the whistler, or whatever you would like to call it. The cinematography was great. The anticipation was great. The foreshadowing was really good. The writing was great. Is it short horror film? Is it horror based? Yes, it has that antsiness, that that feeling to it, but more so psychological, definitely, because if you listen to it headphones as I did, you can hear the faint whistles all the way in the background, which is really good. Which brings me to the audio. Great sound design, great sound mixing, probably their best they've done in a really, really long time. And I was waiting for that jump scare. It got me. I didn't expect the character to scream at the end of it. I mean, that's very rare that a character does do that. And just seeing the way the whistler, the demon or the ghost, I want to say, looked, really practical effect, intricate. I didn't see many special effects in it. This was fun. This was great. And when Super Freak Media puts out their annual Halloween short horror films, I'm always excited for it, and I can't wait to see what they have in store next. This is a fun channel to see on YouTube, and if you haven't, check them out, subscribe, show them some love, because they are dishing out phenomenal 15 plus a minute, or maybe less than that, short horror films. I'll leave a link in the description box below to the short horror film Whistle from Super Freak Media. You can check it out and let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this short horror film. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new horror reaction videos on my channel. I will see you all in the next reaction video. I'm Mr. Filmstock, and thank you so much for tuning in.